So Amanda, you're a big fan of the Doge, right?
I like the Doge.
Okay, let's see it. To the moon, right? Howling to the wolf howls to the moon, right? So where do you think the Doge goes though? What's your? And I know you can't give investment advice, and I'm not. I ain't giving investment advice here, but where do you think the Doge goes?
It's all speculation, right?
Right.
But I would say $1.
$1. Okay,
$1.
here's what I want to know.
But
right?
$1.06.
$1.06.
Yeah, we know what she's doing when it hits $1.
You know. It's a good friend of mine. He's a big player in crypto. His name is Beatles, Robert Beatles, right? And I made him a bet at the end of the year. I bet him $25,000 on the closing price of Bitcoin on December 31st at 11:59 p.m. I lost the bet by his.
That's a hard one to
I bet it would be $10,000 on $10,000.
$10,000.
You don't remember Bitcoin was much lower, but like I mean, we made the bet I think in July, and it was like 6,000-7,000. I was like, all right, I'll bet 9. He goes, no, I'm gonna bet like 12 or 13 north of 10, and I just got fucking buried. It was like a total loss,
Yeah.
And but he was a good sport about it. Like he gave me Bitcoin and said, I lost, but he gave me Bitcoin. We got me into Bitcoin because that really got me into Bitcoin. I'll tell you what really turned the tide for me is a couple of things. Number one is I used to look at Bitcoin. And there was people out there saying, it's going to replace the dollar. It's going to be that's it. The banks are going to die. And this guy who was a very big player was saying, it's not that. It's digital gold.
Yeah.
If anything, it's not about replacing the dollar, so to speak. It's about...
Sorry, your dog is down here
Dogs are loving the man. That's it. Callie?
Callie, stop. You're
Try, Callie, try to behave yourself here. She's just so mischievous. Callie? Right? So, but he said it was like, digital gold, right? So like with that end, that it was more rational, right? And then I thought the government's were going to outlaw crypto.
Yeah.
That was my original thought. When did you first get involved in crypto?
So I got involved like 4 or 5 years ago. I'm horrible with time, but a while ago. And it was because my boyfriend, who was then my friend, told me to invest in Bitcoin. I was like, what is this? Okay, whatever, I'll buy a Bitcoin. And then
a Bitcoin.
Yeah.
How much was a Bitcoin back then?
I think it was, I don't remember. I think it was like 13 or something.
Okay.
So then it went down for a while, and I was like, this is the worst investment advice I've ever gotten. And then finally last year now, it went up, and it went up like to 14,500. And I was like, finally I'm out. And then I sold it, and then I was like, okay, because I was not into the crypto community at all. I didn't understand it, mainly because I didn't understand it.
Right.
And then Bach started getting me into options trading.
Oh, there we go. Okay. And how'd that one go?
I did really well at stocks, like just buying and holding, because I would just buy the market always, and in companies I thought were going to be around, and I've been doing that since I was like. Callie. I've been doing that since I was 15.
Right.
But options were a completely new idea, and I started researching those more because of Batch, and then I was trading options mainly.
She's like, they're doing stuff without me. I can't believe it, Right?
So I started trading options in January, and I was doing well with Tesla and mainly doing options in Tesla. And then, so I was paying attention to a lot of what Elon was doing and the whole company, and just starting to go down the rabbit hole with that. And then Batch gave me some solid advice.
Solid, dude. Freaking solid advice, dude.
Yeah. And what was that advice?
It was don't do it. Don't do those short-term contracts.
So I started doing weeklies. And then I was like,
so you said don't do it.
Yeah, and I was like, you gotta learn sometimes through your own.
But you're like, what the fuck does Batch know? It's a good Batch. I mean, it's like he's telling me how to shoot a video. Maybe I'll fucking listen. But the fucking Batch's advising me on fucking options contracts. Batch fucking knew though. The Batch knew.
I feel like
that's why he's the king.
I feel like I'm going to Vegas with my weeklies because I don't have enough time to fully invest in the research of all these companies.
Right.
And just for me, it was a ton of just a guessing game and gambling.
Yeah.
So I got a little bit cocky with it, and I started doing weeklies, and Tesla started going, woo.
Because the thing is, the stock market is so emotional.
Yeah.
Elon could just tweet something, and
Right.
then it'll just go.
which makes it volatile, like
Yeah.
crypto. So I was
Right.
used to the volatility, and then I started doing. Johannes got me back into started talking about crypto next to me all the time, my boyfriend.
Right.
And then when he,
Next to me all the time, just in my ear.
How long have you guys been together for? It's been a long time, right?
we've been friends first, and then we started hooking up, and then we started dating. Wait, is hooking up dating?
Yeah.
Hooking up is the thing is dating these days.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, we were doing that, and then we like exclusive and together, and yeah.
Got it.
So maybe like I don't know, 3 years together.
Okay. All right. Marriage and it coming in any time in the
Let's
future?
stick to crypto, and then
Help me out here, Batch. What are you?
I love Johannes so much. You love Johannes.
I love Johannes. We all love Johannes. We all love Johannes. Johannes, I'm pulling for you, buddy. You know, I'm pulling for you. You know, Johannes.
And then
Anyhow.
I started crypto,
Right.
because he was telling me about this platform he was using and how it's lower fees with BNB. So it wasn't on Bitcoin I got back in. I started investing in the Binance
Got
coin.
it. Okay.
And then I saw the utility of that coin, and then I went under a whole new rabbit hole and fully invested in that.
Let's talk about the utility. Tell me about the utility of the coin. What makes you like it?
The low fees.
In the way that you can explain to the people that are listening.
Well, I
Amanda is speaking. We must now.
We must listen.
We must listen. Yes. What's the utility? I want to know.
well, I do a lot of swing trades.
She does.
I do.
She's swinging.
I'm
She's-
addicted. I have fun
addicted.
with it though. Like,
Tell them what a swing trade is, so they know what a swing trade is.
Oh, you buy the dip and just sell like whatever percentage increase is kind of your rule for yourself. Mine's 2%. Whenever I get greedy, I fall into another dip and I'm down lower, and then I have to wait longer for it to go up. Luckily, it's a bullish market and it still goes up. So one of my biggest learnings in crypto is like, do not be greedy with your trades. Like,
Right.
Take those profits.
There you go, right?
Exactly. But with BNB, they also burn their coins every quarter. They have a certain amount of coins that they're burning.
So they're
So it
keeping
brings up their
scarcity,
value.
right?
Exactly.
Okay.
So, which is great for the coin too, and gives like longevity for it. The people, and Binance is one of the most used platforms for the exchanges.
Where's Binance located? It's overseas, isn't it?
Yeah, so
it's-
you have to get a VPN to use Binance.
I use Binance US though.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Yeah, they have less coins on it, but it's safer. Like nobody's gonna come for me.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, yeah, I don't use the VPN. I use Binance US, Binance.us.
Binance.us is the only one.
It's the only one I use.
All right, so you're a fan of the coin, right?
Yeah, so
Okay.
I started with that one, and then that one's been going up, and it has that's why the crypto market was perfect for me, because it was similar to options, but I didn't lose it all if I was wrong on my bet.
Okay.
I just have to hold it for
Right,
longer,
right.
if I believe in the project and the coin.
Right.
So if I'm buying into these shit coins that I don't think are gonna do well, or have no utility, or have like no purpose or no branding behind them, or have no good backers or anything, then I'm probably making a really risky bet, because it might not come up and it might just dump and end at zero, and I'm screwed.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like your friend.
Yeah, Bash, let's see your, okay, let's go.
All right,
Crypto.
so swing trading, I feel, is more like you're young, you're in college, you're going to
You're a swinger.
Take that risk.
You're a
Yeah,
swinger.
you're taking that risk,
Take that risk.
right? But
And those gains.
I was into it too, but now when I'm busy, I have to play golf. You know what I mean? I have to slow it down. So now I'm trying to think like long term. So we see the whole NFT craze, right? That's starting to get bigger. And how do you buy NFTs? Ethereum.
Right.
So what I did was I invested money in Ethereum once I started to hear about like the whole NFT stuff. And NFTs, it's big, but it's still not mainstream yet. So I think
it's gotten hit pretty hard. So in the last, I know I did a lot of research because I'm going to launch some NFTs out there, right? And I wanted to be careful. I didn't want to just put something out there and get people get buried in the end, because a lot of people lost a lot of money. Because in the last 6 weeks, the market's down like 90%. Mm-hmm. So like, because the problem is there's no secondary market yet developing. So
right.
I think we had this conversation last night that some things that are like sort of more attached to reality. Like, for example, like if it includes something else that's a tangible asset in the real world, would probably have a bit more long-term viability in the trading market.